So what documents should person gather up and provide to their tax professionals?
Yeah, it's a great question, Mike. And the organizer that we kind of discussed earlier, we provide that to our clients, and our clients can use that as kind of a checklist or a guide when thinking about which documents they need to provide to their tax professional. But just to run through some of them, so if you have wages, you'll want to provide your form W-2 that you receive, and W-2G. And then, 1099s, there's a lot of different 1099s out there, and you'll typically want to retain all of them and then provide them all to your tax professional. To highlight a few common ones, 1099-INT would be issued if you have interest income. 1099 div is for dividend income. 1099G for certain government payments. And then there's a lot of other examples as well. 1099 miss is a common one, that's issued for miscellaneous income, and things of that nature. Brokerages will typically issue a comprehensive or combined 1099 that can be very large. And these 1099s, report all of your investment income, like interest, dividends, capital gains and losses, etc. And it's really important to provide this entire document, including all the supplemental statements, to your tax professional. There's information buried kind of in some of those pages that your tax professional will need to report on your tax return. So it's really important to provide that entire comprehensive statement. Kind of beyond the 1099s, if you have Social Security income, you'll generally receive a form called an SSA-1099. So you'll want to retain that. And then if you are an owner in a pass-through entity, such as a partnership or S corporation, then you'll generally receive a K1. It's called a Schedule K1 from the business. And you'll want to retain that and provide that to your tax professional. And for Schedule K1s, these can actually come in as late as like mid-September. And so if this is the only item that you're kind of waiting on to file your tax return, it would be important to send all of your other information, to your tax professional early so they can, file an extension and get as much done as they can so that, once the K1 comes in later on, we can just drop in the K1 and then finalize your tax return. And this will really help us kind of manage, deadline bottlenecks that we kind of talked about before.
So that's what you were talking about earlier back at the beginning of the podcast when it was, please don't wait until you've received 100% of your tax documentation for the year before you send it to us.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we're happy to receive all the information piecemeal because then we can get as much done, as early as possible, as opposed to kind of doing everything on the back end.